doing it. So this is me taking her out for the first time, introducing her to a pinch collar. So I did talk with the foster mom for quite a bit this morning, and I was giving the dog the information, to be mindful on the leash because I had it. So this is going to be the first time bringing her out with a pinch collar. Hey, wait, I think I want to have it. Excuse me 1 minute. Okay, so outside with the slip lead on, she was learning. Okay, I might as well do some door work. You can see how pushy she is right here. So we're going to address that right now. Pandora, I'm going to ask for the space. Good. Thank you for asking. So this is, a lot of times a dog will rush the door only because someone doesn't tell it it's not supposed to, in a way that makes sense. So for this dog, she's got to understand every time, hey, I want your attention. Every time the door opens up, she gets up, door closes. Simple dynamics. Good. So you notice I'm not saying anything when I do this, because if I'm talking through this, she's got to think about what I'm saying plus the lesson I'm trying to give to her. And the lesson I'm trying to give to her is, just because the door is open, if you try and go in, it's going to close on you. Simple as that. No, I'm not trying to slam the dog's head in the door, but I want the dog to know that action, as soon as he did that action, the opposite, happened. The door closed, or whatever you want to say, but, hey, quiet, it's me talking. But the dog needs to know that the action that she or he did caused that door to close. So that's all I want to teach him. So now I'm going to have to go through probably the same thing with the next door. So let's see. Get her attention. Thank you. And like I said, I'll probably have to go through the same thing with the other door. We'll find out. Nope. Good. Nope. So I'm going to start throwing in marker words, hoping that she knows what nope means. Good girl. Thank you very much. Okay, now we can come out. Very good. Now, that's the frame of mind I want to bring her out in the real world in. So again, this carries right over into threshold work. This is another door. Hey. And what I want her to understand, you can't make a move without me saying okay, or giving you the permission to do so. Hey. So now we're out in the real world. There's more distraction, more smells. Nope. Good. Nope. Good. And notice the leash. I never want to hold her back. Good. Nope. I'm claiming the space again. Sorry for the hiccup. Thank you very much. Good. Good. Now we can come down. It's going to close. Come on. So again, first time with her having a pinch collar on. So I'm just going to let her see what this is going to feel like. And this is what we call, just pressure work. Good. She feels that little tug. I want her to learn to turn it off by coming closer to me. Good. So she wants to, get up that little head of steam and go ahead of me. I'm just stopping. And now I'm going to ask for her to turn around and come back this way. Good. And I'm asking by doing this. Finger pumps. Good. Watch again. And this is the results of what I did with her in front of the foster mom this morning. She understood I had the leash. I was the leader. So again, I want to call this like a stalemate. Good girl. Good girl. She was being stubborn, and I wanted to let her know I'm not going to do anything harder, but I'm not going to give up until you turn around and relieve that pressure on your own. Good girl. And once she does so, I do let her know that she's doing the right thing by giving her the marker word, good girl. So again, just finger pumps. Good girl. Until she understands, oh, let me get a little closer, and those go away. So I imagine, well before I took her, that she's going to have her nose to the ground a lot. Nope. Good. Good. See, right now I know she's following her nose, so I'm using that as a distraction. Once I know that she's following her nose, I want to stop, redirect, and get her to come my way. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Good. So again, later on, way later on, when she understands where she should be, then I might do something abrupt, like letting her get to the end of the leash and then abruptly turning around and going the opposite direction. But right now, I want her to know that, there's no tension, there's no fight. I don't want anything, being negative about this. I want it to be just like a nudge on the shoulder that goes away once she comes back towards me. Good. Oh, good. Oh, good. So she wants to go on her own, and I'm saying no. Pandora. Nope. Sit. Good. Right. Now you can go. So with the pre-MAC principle, she's going to learn real quick that if she sits, she can get what she wants. I've been told that she already sits for her food, so what I'm going to be doing with that is making her sit for it and making her sit longer for it. Okay, let's go. Good. Pandora. Good girl. Hey. So what I'm going to do, once she starts to get the hang of, the tugs mean you're at the end of the limit, you're end of you're at the end of your boundary, and respect it. When you get to the end, either stop or come back if the information is telling you to come back. Let's go. So what I'm going to do, I start shortening the amount of leash I give the dog in the beginning. Okay, good. So now I can get the dog where she should be, and I just make that little circumference smaller. So at this point, she doesn't know I'm going to stop. So what I do is I give the dog some information. Nope. So again, watch the leash. The leash is loose. I want to stop. Good. Stop. Good. Stop. Nope. Nope. Good. So all I'm doing is laying the groundwork. When I have her on a leash, if she's going to learn real quick, anything outside of me, or if she does something I don't want, she's going to be given some information that I don't want that. And that's going to be the leash pumps. Nothing painful, nothing harsh, nothing abrupt. It's just that every time she gets to the end, I want her to know it's got to be consistent. You're going to feel the same thing, so do what's appropriate. Good girl. Stop. Hey. Nope. Nope. And I did feel how powerful she is. I think she said it was 70 pounds. I did feel how strong she was, especially with that lower center of gravity. Let's go. So she wants to forge ahead of me. I give her some leash pumps to let the leash go, and it's up to her. If you want to keep feeling them, you keep trying to go. If not, it stops once you stop. Nope. Stop. Sit. Pandora. Hey. The worker's over there. Pandora. Sit. Good. Okay, take a break. Go ahead, take a break. So right now, first walk I'm having with her, she doesn't know take a break means you can go and utilize that nose and smell and do whatever you want. Okay, let's go. Good. Let's go. Good. Stop. Up. Good. You're all happy, want to get up there in front of me, don't you? Good girl. Good girl. So notice the leash is nice and loose. At this point, I'm giving her information when she's up like 4 or 5 inches. So right now she's in that sweet spot. In that sweet spot, she feels nothing. Too far up, she feels the pump, the finger pumps. Good girl. Very good. Lift up. Very good. Go. Very good. The foster mom says, so now we're getting to the point where I want to talk about the 50-cent speeding ticket. After a dog knows where he should be, the consequences or the accountability starts to change accordingly. So if you don't know where you should be in the beginning, I'm not going to correct you because I know you don't know. But once you do know, then I'm going to hold you accountable, plain and simple. So it's like when you get your driver's license, you go through the tests, you study, you do the road tests and everything. You pass the test, you go out, you start driving, and you start speeding. Policeman gives you a 50-cent speeding ticket. Is that going to deter you from speeding again? I think not. Same analogy with them. Pandora, sit. Little pumps, Pandora. And I know that if I step in front of her, I don't even have to use as much leash pressure to get her to sit. So that's just one of my tricks that I'm using. Take a break. Good girl. Good girl. Are you ready? And I told the foster mom that, you know, a lot of these dogs, they need an owner to understand how to treat the dog like a dog, and the dog wouldn't have the problems it has. So I told her there's a lot of times I get dogs in here because I'm a leader and I don't let them get away with things. A lot of times I don't see the problems that the owners have. So a lot of times it's the owners that allow things to let the dog get out of hand. It's the owners that allow the dog to feel, hey, I'm superior. You're not going to stop me. You can't stop me. You don't know how to stop me. So I can do what I want. And if you don't think they're smart enough to test you, well, I maybe shouldn't have a dog. So even stares, I treat that as a threshold. I want the dog to know, hey, you just don't go ahead of me. And you know, she's still trying. Okay. So that's my first 15 minutes, first walk around the block with Pandora. Okay. Pandora. Sit. Hey. Hey. Sit. Pandora. Sit. Thank you. Come be stubborn. We can work on that. We can work on that. I wasn't ready for that. I didn't have enough leash in my hand. Okay, now you can try again. Okay, leash is loose. She has to decide on her own not to try and go in ahead of me. I also want to give you something else to think about. If you can get the dog to understand where you want him to be, him or her, what you want them to do on a leash, and be nice and gentle, after a dog is walking around with me and they're learning from subtle things like that, that becomes a correction later on. That's not a correction, you know, right now. It's like if I talk through a lesson all quiet the whole time, and all of a sudden I raise your, you know, it's kind of startling. So I want to be nice and soft, nice and gentle, and if they understand where they should be, that's when they become accountable. Nope. Very good. Okay. Some water. No, we're going back in a little bit.